morning, children. So we have taken some gap, much gap, because I have training classes, so that's why I didn't take, I didn't upload it for you. Okay, so now onwards again I'll post new videos. Okay, without any disturbance. Yes. So shall we go with what we have completed up to now? We have completed exercise 5, no? Exercise 5, some bits we have completed. And then exercise 5, third bit is left, no? Remaining I have given homework and you have completed already. Now, exercise 5, third question I will explain. Third bit. First one. Express 10 centimeters in meters and kilometers. What is given? 10 centimeters is given. We have to convert this 10 centimeters into meters and kilometers. We have to write this 10 centimeters as meters and kilometers. So for that, see, first we have to convert this into meters. That means 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters? You know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Then in reverse, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meters. If you take this 100 to left hand side, what will you get? 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meters. So here what do we have? 10 centimeters. So 10 centimeters is equal to 1 centimeter means 1 by 100. 10 centimeters means 10 by 100. 0, 0 will get cancelled. It is equal to 1 by 10 meters. 1 by 10 meters. 1 by 10 means what do you have to write? See, whenever you are writing a decimal, already in the expanded form you have explained. I have explained that if in the denominator, based on the number of zeros, you have to keep the decimal. So here how many zeros you have? Only 1. That means before 1 digit you have to keep the decimal. So first write the numerator as it is, and 1 0 only. So 1 digit before, keep point. So there are no digits after that point. So just write it as 0. So it is 0.1 meters. Therefore 10 centimeters is equal to 0.1 meters. Now again what they have given, we have to convert this into kilometers. Centimeters into kilometers. So 10 centimeters into kilometers. Here already 10 centimeters. See, 1 meter means 100 centimeters. Then 1 kilometer means how many centimeters? That you have to write first. 1 kilometer is equal to, you know, 1 kilometer is how many meters? 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. But here they have given centimeters, no? So write this in centimeters. That means 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 into 100 centimeters. Why? Because 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So 1000 meters means 1000 into 100 centimeters. In place of meters, I am taking 100 centimeters. Now 1 kilometer is equal to how many? Just multiplication. See, 1 into 1, 1. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros we have to write. But here they have given centimeter. No, write it in centimeter. Reverse. 1 centimeter is equal. 1 kilometer is equal to 1 lakh centimeters. Then 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 1 lakh kilometers. 1 by 1 lakh kilometers. But here what they have given 10 centimeters. So 10 centimeters is equal to 10 by 1 lakh kilometers. 0, 0 will get cancelled. How many zeros we have in the denominator? 4 zeros. But numerator is only 1 digit. We have only 1 digit. But how many zeros we have here? 4. So count 1. Second digit there is no digit. So 0, 2, 3, 4 and then 0.0001 kilometers. Therefore 10 centimeters is equal to 0.0001 kilometers. This is the conversion of 10 centimeters to meters and then kilometers. Okay. Now we'll go with the second. Express 45 millimeters. What is given? 45 millimeters. Now we have to express this 45 millimeters into centimeters, meter and kilometer. Centimeter, meter and kilometer. Okay, first centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeters? 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeters? These are all you have learned in the 4th and 5th classes only. Okay, 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeters? Yes, if you want in textbook they have given also. The values also they have given, just to go through it once. Okay, so 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. First we are converting into centimeters. So 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeters? 10 millimeters. That means 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 10 centimeters. 1 by 10 centimeters. But here what is given? 45 millimeters. 45 millimeters is equal to 1 millimeter means 1 by 10. 45 millimeters means 45 by 10 centimeters. Now see in the denominator how many zeros you have? Only 1 0. That means before 1 digit you have to keep the decimal. Write the numerator as it is 45. See number of zeros 1. So 1 digit. Before 1 digit keep a point. So 4.5 centimeters. Therefore 45 mm is equal to 4.5 centimeters. Okay, then what they have given? We have to convert this into meters. We have to convert this into meters. Again, 1 meter is equal to how many millimeters? 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeters. 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeters. So 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 1000 meters. 1 by 1000 meters. So, but 45 millimeters, 45 by 1000 meters. Again write the numerator as it is 45. After that, see how many zeros you have in the denominator? We have 3 zeros. So count 3 digits. 1, 2, there is no third digit, so write 0. Now 1, 2, 3 and point. So what is that? 45 mm is equal to 0.045 meters. Now again we have to convert this into kilometers. In the previous case only we have written 1 kilometer is equal to 1 lakh meters. That means 1 kilometer is equal to 10 lakhs millimeters. 10 lakhs meter. Sorry, 10 lakhs meter. See the previous problem what we have written 1 lakh centimeters. No, 1 lakh centimeters. 1 lakh centimeters means here 10 lakhs millimeters. 1 kilometer is equal to 10 lakhs millimeters. So 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 10 lakhs kilometers. But what is given? 45 millimeters. So 45 by meters. Now write 45. How many zeros you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So before 6 digits you have to keep the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and point. Here 45 mm is equal. So we have converted 45 millimeters to centimeters and then meters and then kilometers. Okay, all are in decimal form. Okay, now this is about exercise 5 third bit. Then what do we have? We have completed 4th, 5th and 6th problem. So I'll explain 7th and 8th problem. I'll explain 7th and 8th problem. Okay. Seventh problem. Aruna and Radha start their journey from two different places, A and E. Aruna chose the path from A to B, then to C. First I will draw the figure. A, B, C, D, E. 7, 9.5, 0, 8.25, 2.40, 3.75. All are in kilometers now. Okay. Now, what happened here? Aruna and Radha start their journey from two different places. So, Aruna and Radha, they have started their journey. First, Aruna's path is Aruna from A and E. Aruna started from A and Radha started from E. So, first we will go with Aruna. Aruna's path. How did she go? See, she has started from A, then she went to B and then to C. A to B, then to C. She has started from here and went to B and then went to C. And then Radha chose the path from E to D and then to C. Radha started here. Aruna started here and Radha started here. Radha went to D and then to C. Both went to C only. At the end they have met at C. But the starting points are different. So what do you have to find here? Find who travelled more and by how much. Find who travelled more by how much. Who travelled more. First see Aruna's path is A to B then to C. Now first we will find how much distance she has travelled. Distance travelled by Aruna is equal. See, she went from A to B. That means the distance from AB plus and then from B to C. She went to C. That means to find total distance we have to add AB and BC. We have to add AB and BC. And AB is given as 9.50 and BC is given as 2.40 kilometers. Now add these two. 0, 0, 0, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 2, 11. So 11.90 kilometers. So she travelled 11.90 kilometers. Next we need Radha's path. Radha only, no? Yes. Next Radha's path is, she has started from E, then went to D and then went to C. So distance covered by Radha or distance travelled by Radha. So how will you get the distance? By adding ED plus DC. ED plus DC. But because she has started from E and went to D and then from D to C. Okay. So distance from E to D is how much? 8.25 plus 3.75 kilometers. Add those two. 5 plus 5, 10. Carry 0, carry 12.00 kilometers. So who travelled more? Who travelled more and by how much also we have to find. First who travelled more? See, Aruna travelled 11.90 and Radha travelled 12. So which one is greater? 12, 11.90. Which one is greater? Compare these two. First, to compare, what you have to do, you should find integer part. You have to first compare integer part. What are the integers here? We have here 12 and 11. 12 and 11. Which one is greater? In 12 and 11. First, see in comparison, what you have to do? First, you should go with the integer part. And if those integral parts are same, all the digits are same, means we should go for decimal part. But here see, if you consider integral parts here, one is 12 and one is 11. Obviously, which one is greater? 12 is greater. So 12.00 is greater. So who travelled more? Radha travelled more. By how much? By how much means what you have to do? Just simply you should subtract. From 12 you should subtract this 11.90. Okay. Therefore, Radha travel more. So by how much? By 12.00 minus 11.90 kilometers. How much? 12.00 minus 11.90. If you want, I will do it here and then write 11.90, 00 and 0. 0 minus 9 is not possible. So go for borrow. This will 2 will become 1 and 0 will become 10. 10 minus 9 1. 0.1 minus 1 0. 1 minus 1 0. That means 0.10 kilometers. So she travelled more by 0.10 kilometers. Okay. So this is 7th problem. Then we have 8th. And this 8th is a homework for you. 8th problem is homework for you. You have to complete that 8th problem. Let me explain it first and then you can complete at home. Okay. So what is given? 8th problem. Upendra went to the market to buy vegetables. He brought 2 kg 250 grams tomatoes. 2 kg 250 grams tomatoes and 2 kg 500 grams potatoes. See, just simply write like this. Kg and grams. 2 kg 250 and then 2 kg 500 and then 750 grams only. In the grams only you have to write. See, under kg you have to write kgs, under grams you have to write grams. Then and 125 grams green chilies. How much weight did Upendra carry back to his house? Just add them and write the answer. Okay. So this is homework for you. 8th problem is homework for you. You have to do that one. Next topic is multiplication of decimal numbers. Next topic, multiplication of decimal numbers. So multiplication of decimal numbers. How to multiply two decimal numbers? How to multiply two decimal numbers? See, here I'll give you directed two decimal numbers. How to multiply two decimal numbers? And when multiples of 10 is given, like 10, 100, 1000, if they are given, how to multiply? That I'll explain with 4 examples. Okay. First one, examples. Simply 2.3 into 7. One is decimal and one is integer. So how to multiply these two? See, whenever you are doing decimal multiplication, just simply what you have to do is just forget about the decimal. Just simply multiply the two numbers without the decimal. First you multiply. After multiplying, just based on the number of decimal digits, whatever the number of decimal digits you have, those decimal digits in the answer again you have to keep number of decimal digits before the decimal. See, if you want to see here, very easy. What you have to do? Simply, without decimal, just consider the number. Total number you consider 23 into 7. Just multiply it. 23 into 7. Without the decimal you multiply. So how much you will get? 7 3s are 21. 2 here. 7 2s are 14 plus 2. 16. So what you got? 161. 161. So after getting this answer, what you have to do is, now see in this, how many decimal digits we have? See, what are the number of decimals you are multiplying? Total decimal digits you have to count. Not only the first one or second one like that. All the decimal digits you have to count. See here one decimal digit. Do we have decimal digits here? No. So totally how many decimal digits we have here? Only one decimal digit. So one decimal digit means, so before, see, whenever you are keeping decimal means you should go from right to left, last to first. Okay. So one decimal digit. So one digit before you have to keep a point. So the answer is 16.1. Answer is 16.1. Clear? See, second one. We'll go with like this. 0.5 into 6.4. Here 0.5 means no digit is there, means we'll write 0. So don't consider that 0. Just simply you can consider it as 5. The number is 5 and here it is 64. So multiply 64 and 5. 5 4s are 22. 6 5s are 30. 32. So what is the answer? 320. Now count the decimal digits. Count the decimal digits. See here 1 and here 1. Totally how many decimal digits you have? 2 decimal digits. All the decimal digits you have to count. Okay. All the decimal digits you have to count. Here it is 1 and here it is 1. So totally how many decimal digits you have? Totally you have 2 decimal digits. So you should count 2 decimal digits from right to left in the final answer. So here 1, 2 in the point here. So after point, okay, if you keep 0 like that only, nothing will happen. So what is the answer? 3.20. Okay, is it clear? Shall I do one more? Or I will go with one more. 2 point, again, 2 point, shall I take 2.81 into 3.12. Okay, 2.81 into 3.12. Now here, or then I'll take more numbers. 2.81 into 3.6. Now how to multiply this? What I said without. Wait, sorry. I'll go with like this. 2.01 into 3.6. If it is like this. 2.01 into 3.6. Now, here I said that 0 is there, means no need to consider 0. But here, the total number is 201. Here the number is 05. 05 is nothing but 5. But here without decimal the number is 201. There you should not ignore that 0. Okay, you have to consider 0 also. So what is this number? 201 into 36 without the decimal. What I said? You have to consider without the decimal. Now without the decimal I have taken 201 into 36. Now just multiply 6 6 are 6 1s are 6, 6 zeros are 0, 6 2s are 12, 3 1s are 3, 3 zeros, 3 2s are 6. 3 2 7. So what is the answer? 7 2 3. So after this, what I said after writing that, you should count number of decimal digits. Now count the number of decimal digits. Here 1, 2, here 1 more. So totally how many decimal digits you have? 3 decimal digits. Don't forget that 3 decimal digits we have. 1, 2 and 3. 3 decimal digits. So you have to count 3 decimal digits from right to left. The final answer. What is the final answer? 7236. Here you have to count 3 decimal digits. From here, from right to left. 1, 2, 3 and then this one. So the answer is 7.236. 7.236. Okay, clear? So this is when two decimal numbers are given, how to multiply. And already I have said that if multiples of 10, 100, 1000 or 10,000, if like that is given, how to do directly? Without multiplication we can do, or multiplication only you have to do, but simply we can write like this also. See, but because zeros, no, with multiplication with the zeros is very easy process. If it is given like this, 7.54 into 10. See, whenever you are multiplying by 10 or 100 or 1000 like that, see, based on number of zeros, the decimal will move forward. Based on number of zeros, the decimal will move forward. See here, 7.54. See how many zeros you have here? Only 1 0. So this decimal will move 1 digit forward. So 75.4. Have you got it? If you want proof, see. Simply what I said, when you are doing multiplication, what you have to do? Without decimal, you have to multiply. So without decimal, what is this number? 754. And when you multiply this 754 by 10, what will you get? 7540. Without the decimal, when you multiply, you will get this answer. After that, what you have to do? You should count decimal digits. Now here, how many decimal digits do you have? 1, 2. 2 decimal digits. So, count 2 decimal digits here. 1, 2. Now, what is the answer you got? 75.40. Same we got now. Here, after decimal, 0 is there, means there is no value for that one. Same as it is 75.4, 75.4. Is it clear? Or shall I do again? I'll write directly. 77540, 2 decimal digits, 7. Same. See, directly also we can write. What I said? Based on number of zeros, we should move the decimal. See if it is given like this. 3.14 into 1000. So what I said? The decimal will move forward. I said. How many digits? 1, 2, 3. First 3, 1, 2, 3 is 0. So one more 0. And after point, if you got 0 means no need to write that 0. Okay. If you are getting confused means go with the general method only. Just multiply 314 into 1000. 314,000. Now how many decimal digits you have here? 2 decimal digits. 1, 2, point. So answer is 3140. So either way we are getting same answer. If you remember this, based on number of zeros, the decimal will move forward that many digits. If you remember that, it's okay. If not, just go with just multiplication and then keep the point. So that also you'll get the same answer. Nothing will change. Okay. Now this is about multiplication of decimal numbers. Then I'll explain division of decimal numbers. How to divide two decimal numbers. How to divide two decimal numbers. So division of decimal numbers. So how to divide two decimal numbers. See, it is like this. I'll explain it. So whenever they have given 2.5 divided by 0.5. So whenever two decimal division is given means what will you do is first convert them into fractions. First convert them into fractions so that it will be very easy for you to do the answer. See 2.5. When you convert this into fraction, how will you write? First without decimal you have to write the total number as numerator. So 2, 5. Without the decimal the number is nothing but 25. And write by. Now how many decimal digits you have here? Only one decimal digit you have. So write 1, 0. When you have one decimal digit, the denominator you will get 10 divided by. And here what is the number? 0, 5. 0, 5 means nothing but 5 by again how many decimal digits you have? 1. So 5 by 10. Now this is nothing but fraction division. Division of fractions. Division of fractions. See 25 by 10. Whenever division is given, you have to convert that into multiplication. And when you are converting that into multiplication, what you have to do? You have to write the second fraction as a reciprocal. It's reciprocal you have to write. What is the reciprocal of 5 by 10? That's nothing but 10 by 5. The reciprocal is 10 by 5. Okay. So 10 will get cancelled. 5 ones are 5 5s are. So what is the answer? Finally we got a 5. Okay. Same like this only. And one more. I'll explain one more. Do we have any examples here? 35.7 divided by 3. 35.7 or 3.57. 3.57 divided by 3. So, what you have to do? First you should convert this into fraction. What will you get? 357 by how many decimal digits you have? 2 decimal digits. That means in the denominator you will get 2 zeros. 1 0 0. 2 zeros you got divided by 3. 357 by 100 divided by 3. Now 357 by 100. Convert this division to multiplication. When you are converting the division to multiplication, what is it? Would you have to write the second fraction? It's reciprocal. Now what is the reciprocal of 3? The reciprocal of 3 is nothing but 1 by 3. 1 by 3. Now divide it. 3 ones are 3 ones are 3, 2 left, 27 means 3 nines are 27. So 119 by 100. 119 by 100 again. Now write it in a decimal form. Write the numerator 119. How many zeros you have in the denominator? 2 zeros you have in the denominator. That means from right to left you have to count 2 digits and then you should keep the point. 1, 2, point. So what is the answer? 1.19. Answer is 1.19. Okay, with if they have given tens or hundreds, how will you do that one? That is also same process. That is also same process that I will explain in 2 examples again. More 2 examples. One 32.7 divided by 1000. 132.7 divided by 1000. What I said? See, this also you can write directly for division. Or if you are getting, if you are confused means, same go with that. So, 7 by 1 decimal is so by 10 divided by 1000. Now 1327 by 10. Convert this division to multiplication. What is the reciprocal? 1 by 1000. Reciprocal is 1 by 1000. Now 1327 into 1. 1327 by 10 into 1000. 10,000. Now how many zeros you have here? 4 zeros. So if the first write the number as it is. Now how many zeros? 4 zeros you have. So 4 digits before you have to keep the decimal. Count 1, 2, 3, 4 and the point. The answer is 0.1327. See, in multiplication the point will move forward, but in division the point will move backward based on number of zeros. In multiplication it moves forward, in division it moves backward. See here, first it is here, with 3 zeros we are dividing, so the decimal will move back to 3 digits. 1, 2, 3 and here you will get point. See, 0.1327. So you can write directly also. No need to do all this. In multiplication it move forward based on the number of zeros, and in division it will move backward based on number of zeros, that many digits it will move. So no need to go to do all this. If you can do directly also you can write it. If you understood, you can write it also. Okay. Now today's homework for you is exercise 6. First bit total, third bit total, fifth and sixth. First, third, fifth and sixth. So many days we have we have not taken classes, no? So we have a pending syllabus, much pending syllabus is there, so we have to complete this all. So for that, and all these are very easy problems only. Within one bit I will take not that much of time to complete. Okay, each bit will take at least 10 minutes. So within 10, 20, 30, half an hour you can complete this homework. Okay, so don't worry, I have given that this many bits madam has given. Don't feel like that. So you can complete them very easily. Yes, have a good day.